most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, is the co-host with the most, Jive Turkey Nano. You might notice a bit of a scowl on my face right now. That's because the right team scored, but it was the wrong guy. I needed just one more fucking Hail Mary, if you will, to beat this guy and his significant other in the family league.
Not today. Not today.
God damn, they just let me down, man. I thought we were going to have a real prolific run here. And boy, the Vikings did, but just, again, the right players only held the ball for half the time. So here we are. We're here. This happens. Nano, how does it feel to get that win in week one?
What is up, my brother? Hey, man. Well, great to see you. Great to see all of y'all tonight here. It is a fun one. A little Monday Night Football. So that is just, I mean, fantastic to say out loud. But yeah, I'm getting the W in our family league. I am in 8 total leagues. So it's looking like, well, and I need another field goal from the Vikings to potentially win that one, but I'll leave that on the bubble. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 3 and 5 this week, unfortunately. So it is a losing week.
Oh, you're in a lot of leagues. Holy smokes, kid.
This is what I do, baby. But I did get a couple of 140 bombers out there, which is nice. And I lost in one of the leagues to the top scorer in that league. I had the second most points. So it was like a heavyweight matchup.
Fair.
And win them all. But proud of my team, proud of my performance. Of all my guys' performances. And, dude, this game tonight, though, I mean, J.J. McCarthy coming back. I mean, he looked
fire week one.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal in the first half to start the game. And coming back, mounting a 10-point lead at this point. That is 2 minutes left. I mean, that is impressive. Put on a masterclass performance. He did throw a pick six. That was his first career touchdown, was a pick six from the other team. And since then, he has been absolutely lights out. Granted, he does have probably the best receiver on the planet with Justin Jefferson, which is why I did draft him in one of my leagues, because I figured this is what's going to happen, okay? But I did also lose to TJ Hawkinson and Aaron Jones tonight. So that was – they both had 0 points until a significant point in the game, and I thought there's no way I'm going to win. And that escalated quickly. But
I was scared, man. I was hopeful. I was hopeful in the beginning of this game. And then I lost hope. And then somewhere about 5 to 10 minutes ago, I got hope back, which is why we're late. Apologies on me. I got carried away with the game here, folks. I have Justin Jefferson, and I have, let's see, who else do I have in this one against you and your significant other? I got Mason. Mason did 7.5 and Jefferson did 12.8. I just needed, what? 9 more between the two of them.
Which, if you would have caught, if McCarthy didn't run that in, he would have passed it or
handed it off. That'd have been money. It would have been a Jefferson play for sure. And I mean, Baltimore, just shit the bet. I'm gonna have to trade that defense. -3 to start the season. Not great. People in the chat, Tico Tech LLC. Howdy to you, my friend. We got Lord of the Pies, dude. Not gonna lie, I thought of you this week, Lord of the Pies, or maybe was it this week or last week? Last week. The Boys in the Back, the episode of the Helwani Show with just Connor Burks and New York Rick. They said Lord of the Pies at some point in the middle of the episode. So definitely thought of you in that segment. Grimy, what's up, Grimy? Hope you're having a great day, bro. Email Melson, my guy. Do you change your name every week or is it every other week? What's the cadence? Grimy, my Lions look like shit. FML. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I've always been a Raiders and Saints guy, and I went 1-1, right? Raiders weren't bad. Saints weren't good. Let's go, Raiders!
Raiders. Undefeated, baby.
I'll be honest, man. If the Saints played the way in which they did in the last 5 minutes of that game, it would have been a 40-point lead for them. But I don't know. I mean, Rattler's just now finding his grounding, and I hope it's a better week next week for you and me. I'll just say that. Email Melson says, I'm pregnant. Congratulations. Just one. Congratulations again. Grimy, I do want to attend a Raiders game in Vegas. Gotta be lit. I did for the first time ever in January, I believe. Could have been February. I don't know. There were a lot of drinks involved. El Oso, I'll be seeing you this weekend, my guy. There'll be a lot more drinks involved for Noche and Canelo. But yeah, it was a great time. It was a great vibe. And I mean, just a beautiful arena. I mean, I've been to the Superdome. I've been to a handful of arenas, and I got to tell you, like, as far as arenas go, fire. Just the layout, the way that it is constructed, the skyline that they have that's in like kind of the shape of a T that overlooks the entire city of Vegas, or rather the not the city of Vegas, but the strip. Yeah. It's phenomenal. Yeah, it is just phenomenal, man. So yeah, can't recommend it enough.
5 or 6 billion, however much it was to make, but we call it the Death Star around these parts. As a
are they reviewing this play right now?
I mean, I think
is that a fumble? Am I possibly gonna get more points for Jefferson?
Nah, they might be looking at the hit on him. Oh no, let's see.
I will tell you candidly, Grimy, I have not been to the Superdome since Katrina. Ooh. I've only been pre-Katrina, so cannot speak to whether or not it's better or worse. But I got to tell you, the Raiders, the what is it, the T-Mobile Arena or no?
The new one's Allegiant Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium, yeah, Allegiant Stadium, like the Superdome on steroids, because the skyline that they added, that T is just so sick, dude.
AKA the Death Star.
Who was it? Yes. Who was it? Sammy Hagar. We saw Sammy Hagar do the halftime show there for just a random ass January game last year or this year. And dude, fire. Just fire. Can't recommend it enough. So I don't continue getting distracted with football here. Nano's obviously having a hell of a week in fantasy. I'll be honest with you, Nano. Your game was the game I started off most projected to win against you and the significant other. And now that is the one sole game I will lose this week, you fucking asshole.
Hey man, never count us out. Never count us out. You know better. Yahoo may not know, but you know.
Thought I had a chance, bro.
I mean,
thought I had this one.
I'd say looking at both of our rosters, I mean, a little bit low scoring, or Baltimore defense. I guess that's kind of yeah. A couple guys on your bench certainly could have changed the narrative a little bit.
I mean, mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made, but that's the name of the game, baby. And I would say, looking at your roster, you should feel just fine moving forward. Can't win them all. Hard to be perfect in any league, but you got a good bunch that you're going to war with here. So, and Tank Bisbee actually just got traded to the Eagles, so it's good team. Good potential.
Absolutely. I'm not mad at the draft. I'm just mad at the way I ended up playing him this week, man. Like, Jackery Krosky Merritt got me 14 points, just shy of 15, 14.2. And fucking Coleman, bro, for Buffalo. Good Lord, he had a breakout performance with 21.2 points. Like, even if I just had him in, I'd have a hefty 10-point lead right now. Oh, yeah. But I digress. If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, as my dad used to say. So let's go ahead and with that, jump on into this UFC card, folks. It was UFC Paris, and it was a very, very fun night of fights. very much a fight night in which you could tell the fighters were here for a good time, not a long time. They were throwing it on performance, right? Let me actually change the music here. We need some UFC Paris. Oh yeah, that's better. UFC Paris. Oh, come on, folks. It happened in France, and it started off in the women's division here. It was Sampage Sam Hughes coming in against Shauna Mama Bannon. And what a fight it was, folks. What a fight it was. Shauna Bannon looking to ride the train, looking to ride the hype train, as they say in France. But she stepped in there against Davenport, Iowa's very own Samantha Kristen Hughes, better known on this podcast as Sampage. And I called it, man. I thought Sampage was just going to prove to be a little bit too much for her. I thought the grappling was going to prove to be a little bit too much. And I thought the pressure was going to prove to be just a bit too much. It's the first one I got right of the night. 75% of the folks out of 6,599 that voted on Tapology community picks were with me on that. So we ride, folks. We ride. Sampage looked fantastic. 10 out of 10. No notes. No critiques. Nano. What were your thoughts on this one?
Well said, my brother. Well said. It was definitely a textbook performance, a vintage Sampage attack here when it comes to just a well-rounded game, right? You really hit the nail on the head. It was kind of what we expected. It's what we talked about last week coming in. Landed the takedown in both rounds and was able to seal the deal here. The judges were not needed. So that was a great way to kick off the fight card in Paris. A little trip here. Shauna Bannon, I think, obviously has some holes, some things to work on. Maybe consider dropping the weight division if possible. I think just things just are not working well for her at this stage. But for Sampage, I mean, curious to hear what you think's next. I mean, I feel like she's deserving of a top contender, or at least in the conversation now after stringing together a few wins like this. It's going to be hard to deny her any longer. And her style definitely makes for just an all-around good fight for whoever she's matched up with. 33 years old, still a lot of real estate in front of her. I don't know. I don't have any names top of mind. I don't know if you have one. I can quickly look some up here. But anyone top of mind that's next for Sampage?
This one might be a little bit too rich for your blood. I've got two names, and I wholeheartedly think that both of them might be a bit too rich for your blood. I'm going to start with the high end, and then I'll go to the lower end. So the high end, I'm going to say Amanda Hebos coming off of back-to-back losses. One by decision, one by sub, one by TKO. She's lost every way you can lose in her last three fights, but she's ranked top 15. Sampage has, at the very least, I think, earned a top 15 bout in this out. So I say give her Amanda Hebos. And if that's too rich for your blood, which I understand if it is, no, I get it. You want to be conservative here, trying to watch your weight, right? Don't want to get too rich in the blood here. Maybe we go Yasmin Yaragüe, right? She's 2-2 in her last four, and she's coming off a sub loss. I think Sampage has many paths to victory in this one. So I don't know. No, did you have any names on the tip of your tongue, or what do you think of those options?
I definitely like them both. Hebus is, nothing's too rich for my blood over here. I got a sweet tooth, just when it comes to skilled violence and when it comes to Sampage getting the recognition and the shot that she probably deserves at this stage in her career. Even if we're just thinking of names alone, Sampage versus the Tiny Tornado, certainly something that can sell fights, fun on paper. If I had to throw out another name, I may throw that hat in the ring. But to be honest, would not argue with anybody that we mentioned thus far.
Facts, brother, facts. And grimy, Imavov money, brother. Yeah. What do we do, Nano? Do we do like 1 unit into 3.5 on that one? Come on.
Shotty, what you
And Grimy did even better than us. He took him by decision. What a fucking dirty dick. I love it.
Son of a gun.
What remind me, Grimy, in the chat, what odds did you get on that? They were over 200, yeah? I think we got plus 128 on ours, just money line. So with that being said, we'll go and move into the next one. I think we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. I say we do shots or sips of alcohol for the underdogs that we got right, instead of the crazy ones we got wrong, right? Because we like to bet with our heart here. But this next one, folks, was a bout between Rinat Fakhretdinov and Andreas Gustafsson. And I got to tell you, I knew when it came to this 170-pound bout that Rinat Fakhretdinov just brought too much to the table. And it's almost as if he looked this man, Andreas Bane Gustafsson, in the eyes and said, I'll tell you what, kid, you want to have a street fight? You want to have a street fight? You want to have a fucking street fight? Let's do it, kid. I mean, it was murder, she wrote. It was fantastic. He just lands the counter shot as his opponent is running in haphazardly, recklessly, like a maniac, dare I say. Man, Rinat looked fucking great out there, did he? And I mean, this is one of those 10 out of 10, no notes performances for me. I'm going to pour up a shot. This was one of my big dogs this week. I'll do 2 shots tonight on these. And Grimy, I got a sneaking suspicion you already know who. Plus 220 on that bet that Grimy hit, by the way. Plus 220.
Solid,
Jeez.
Grimy. We see you. Gee wee-wees.
Just nasty. Nasty work, folks.
Nasty work, y'all.
I'm going to pour this shot up. And cheers, folks. To all of you viewing right now, whether you're watching live or watching on the replay, make sure you smash that like, that bell for notifications, the subscribe button, and comment. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. Let us know if you cashed in big or if you lost big. Either way, we're here for you, folks. Cheers to you. Let's get it.
Salute. Yeah, hell of a fight, though.
Hey, what were your thoughts on this fight, Nano?
Yeah, man, this was a banger. You know, and some of y'all may know out there, but if you didn't know, I'm a big fan of Rinat, okay? I do have him on my fantasy team here for UFC Fantasy League. If you want in, let us know. We could happily add you to the next season. But I was high on him. And if you listened to the show last week, I thought the odds were close, which scared me a little bit. I don't look at them going in. I just felt good about Rinat's striking and his ability to go out there and just be a violent, what I guess based off the post fight, maybe a samurai or just vicious warrior out there. And, you know, I think the one thing with Andreas Gustafsson was, though he is tough, and I thought he could even potentially find a finish just from how durable and how strong he is. It's just no match for Rinat. I mean, Rinat was hitting him with some hard shots from distance. And I think that's what I noticed with Rinat is he does a really good job of striking at like almost that like leg striking length. Like when he's able to fully extend on his punches, I mean, he's able to, and he doesn't look like it, right? He's kind of a lengthy, kind of a, you know, gangly kind of guy, but man, he packs a punch, especially when you let him sit on the outside and just pick you apart. One of those punches finally got through. Andreas did not like it, and just that was all she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Again, big performance. Gets me to maintain my #1 spot here in UFC. There is somebody nipping at the heels here. He is on the call. He's shaking his head there, waving his finger. I see you. Okay, but not yet. Okay, it's my thing. It's still my thing. And I'm going to enjoy every day of it, baby. But for now, back to Rinat, man. Absolute stud. Great performance. And I think Andreas is kind of establishing himself as a fun fighter, though he may not always win. You know, you're always going to get a good show with him. I don't know if you have any names
100%, bro.
Here for our boy, but is he ready for a top 15er? That feels maybe a little too rich. I mean, a Kevin Holland matchup could be fun, or even Gabriel Bonfim potentially.
I mean, I'll be honest. Let me ask you this: if Brian Battle made weight, he would have fought a top 15er.
Yeah.
And Rinat has a win over him. So
that's big. Well, and Rinat was supposed to fight Bonfim back in February. So
yeah, look like I mean,
respected. He's talented. Really doesn't have.
Why not Jeff Neal or Colby Covington?
Colby's is Chaos really going to get in there? I think it's the first.
Or even
one.
Stephen Thompson. I mean, I don't want to be an asshole, but like
D-Rod. I mean, dude, I think any of those names.
Like, I don't want to give Stephen Thompson another grappler,
No.
but I also know that Rinat would probably go out there and bang with him.
Yeah,
Renat's a psychopath in the best way.
Yeah, my vote is Bonfim. They were supposed to fight in February. Might as well do it now that he has a number next to his name. Give Rinat that opportunity. I think that's my choice.
I'm not mad at that. I think that's probably the best choice. So you agree with me on my last one. I'll agree with you on this one. I think Gabriel Bonfim, he was already slated to fight him. It got delayed, right? So, I mean, if they can rework that out, maybe for the November or December card, you can start that off as an early prelim on those one of those two big pay-per-view headliners. Why not? Why not, man? Going to the chat real quick. Grimy said, I live bet Imavov 3 times during the fight, too. What a dog. I love that. I fucking love that. I also told Grimy, you need to get IG so I can get you on the next fantasy UFC season. He said, yes, sir, I got you. Also, yeah. Public service announcement. I said it in the chat. For those of you that are audio only listeners, if you are a male and you are listening to this show right now, this is a side note, okay? If you're not already shaving with a single straight razor setup and like the boar brush, you know what I'm saying? The little fucking brick of soap to become shaving cream. Let me tell you, it's just the best therapy in the world. I'm telling you, it's the best thing. You put on like the Anik and Florian podcast or the MMAnomaly Show, no filter, whichever your preference is. I don't mind. I don't like listening to myself, so I go Anik Florian. And it's just fantastic. Grimy said, bro, I got the straight razor, but I'm afraid, LOL. Dude, get Instagram. Video call me. I'll literally walk you through it. I straight razor today, bro. Single straight razor. That's all it takes, baby.
Yeah, I do use the back of the razor of like some of the Gillette ones.
I was gonna say if you've ever used the back razor to fine tune, dude, Nano, for your birthday, I've got you.
My man.
I'm gonna send you the same set that I got. It's like the best starter set. It's simple, it's efficient. It's the replaceable razors, so you don't have to learn how to use a fucking flint sharpener. You just do a fresh razor every time. Dude, it's so nice.
My man.
It's so nice.
Let's go.
Like, you know how my hair is. I literally do a straight razor like every probably 2 to 3 days. Like if I do 4 days, it's pushing it. I'm caveman, bro. Especially with my face, dude. It's like all up here and shit.
Yeah. It really has a
fucking bushly.
Yeah, that's in. Really, you got the extra layer.
Man. Speaking of in, man, Robert Bryczek is in. I'm glad I switched it up and said I was doing shots on the people that I was confident in as underdogs versus the people that were favorites that I was confident in, because we're doing a shot again right now, folks. Robert Bryczek. My God, his last name is Bryczek. If his body was a brick, he checked his opponent, folks, because, man, it was nasty. Like, Brad Tavares was rushing forward with reckless abandon. It's almost like he's like, you know what? I got this guy. I've got the experience here. There's nothing he's got for me, and I can't be finished. I fought the best. It's like he listened to my episode and was like, you know what? Olin said, I fought Israel Adesanya, and he couldn't finish me, so there's no chance that Bryczek can finish me. But I was wrong. And if Brad listened to me, he was also. Fuck, man. It was tough. Before I give any kind of analytics or actual breakdown here, Nano, tell the people, like, what stood out to you the most? Like, what were your thoughts watching this play out?
Man, it was definitely tough to watch at times. It was a little slow overall. I think just a friendly reminder that Father Time is undefeated here. Brad Tavares had his moments, but really just was not able to capitalize. And I think the thing that stands out was that late finish here to carry the power throughout a fight. Just kind of compliments to how much of a dog Mr. Robert Bryczek is here. But yeah, even with Brad, it's just at this stage of your career, I don't know what else you want to try to do or accomplish. But it was a little bittersweet, I guess, overall in terms of the feeling. But did anything stand out to you? I know we both were leaning Brad, but certainly to your point, glad we're not doing shots at everyone we got wrong. So it was a little bit got out of hand here on the main event. But how did you feel about this one, brother? And anything else stand out in terms of the X's and O's?
Yeah, I mean, I said we do too. We might add a third one there just for funsies. But look, man, we'd be in tough shape if we were doing for everyone we got wrong. I will tell you, though. On the underdogs competition, your boy scored 11 points on what, a 12-fight card? It's not bad, kid. It's not bad. And I had to pick against my own fantasy pick for the dog of the week. I picked Nassourdine Imavov. So I got a double pointer for that one. Let's go, kids. So yeah, you asked what stood out most in this one. I'll be honest, it was the takedown defense of Robert Bryczek. We've seen him in there a handful of times, not a ton, but when he was in there against Ihor Polcharia, his takedown defense looked impressive because he blocked all 4 of the attempted takedowns for Ihor, but he still got dominated in that fight for the most part. 77-41 total strikes, 67-32 on significant, damn near a 2-1 on both. But I'll be honest, like, stuffing Ihor Polcharia's takedowns is like stuffing my takedowns. I'm a Muay Thai guy, bro. Like, I'm not. You stuffed a double leg. Good job. How do you deal with the fucking roundhouse kick to the body? You know what I mean? So stuffing those takedowns from Ihor was not like, I felt like Shania Twain watching that performance. I was like, that don't impress me much. But watching this one, fuck, it did impress me. It really did, because Brad Tavares has solid grappling. He's not like D1 world class, but he's D2, D3 level wrestling. And in the UFC, that's enough typically. But in this bout, it simply wasn't. Look, Bryczek might be somebody to watch. Am I going to draft him next season in fantasy? Probably not, because he's not super duper active. But I do look forward to seeing what's next for him. Do I want to play matchmaker for him? I don't know, man. Let me look. Like, these guys fight at 185. They both weighed in at 186. Let's look at these let's see, middleweight rankings. All right, off the top of the dome, I told myself I wasn't going to play matchmaker for him. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing this.
Here we are.
Here we are. Did Michel Pereira, did he hang him up?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Michel Pereira would be a good note. And if you want to bring him a little bit higher up, I mean, it's like, how high do you want to bring him, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how rich my blood is on his.
Mansour Abdul Malik is coming off of a unanimous or a split draw, right?
It's an interesting name. Yeah, I like that.
Or do you want to feed him to the train? You want to throw him on the tracks?
Sheesh.
Give him a Bo Nickel? I don't know.
Oh,
he's below both of the names I just said, so.
Yeah. Even like an Armin Petrosian, someone in that neck of the woods.
That was literally the other name that stood out to me, but I was like,
like, I don't know.
I can't help but feel like it stylistically is not a favorable matchup for him to look good.
That's fair. Shit. So we're on to my boy Zach Reese, the Savage. Always want to see him get back out there. That might be a fun name.
And here we are again, where I agree with you more than I agree with me. I like the Zach Reese shot a lot.
That's kind of a good good narrative around that. You know, I think both guys have a little bit of more namesake. You could throw them on a main event of a fight night, or just prelim to, like you said, maybe something in November, December. But that's my boy. And you want to talk about violence and you know, two guys willing to go out there and get after it. That is certainly two guys that'll answer the call.
1,000%, folks. And with that, we move into the next bout, which was contested between Sam Patterson, the future, coming in against the truth, Trey Waters. This bout was contested at 170 pounds, and Manowitz. I think we both had Patterson in this one, but we thought that Waters might have some paths to victory. I'm going to give the floor to Nano to give his breakdown first, and while he does that, I'm going to be honest and candid with you folks. I'm going to go grab my hardwire cord so that way I can get this hardwired fucking Wi-Fi in, because I feel like it's not the business when it's on the actual wireless bullshit. Nano, tell the people.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. Get dialed in, man. Literally, I guess, metaphorically, all of the above. But this was an absolutely fun fight here. Sam Patterson got the victory over Trey Waters. Coming into this fight, felt like it was a good stylistic matchup. We were going to see a lot of high level striking, and that's exactly what we got. Well, for as long as it lasted, right? I mean, it really didn't make it out of the first round. Only 3 minutes total fight time, and a lot of that was Sam Patterson pushing Trey back, able to really command the center of the octagon, and then man, just his ability to go out there and land some significant heavy strikes. Caught Trey on his back foot, fading off into his power hand, which a lot of times is what you're looking to do when you're walking your opponent down. A lot of people aren't as privy to counters or are used to being the one walking their opponent down. So for someone like a Trey Waters having to move backwards, and you have someone that's just throwing and feinting and applying a lot of pressure, and someone like a Sam Patterson, and like we saw there, has that ability to turn your lights out at any given moment. Hell of a performance, hell of a knockout, right? I mean, and while we're talking about that, I mean, we're only 1, 2, 3, 4 fights in, and every single one has ended with a finish. We're talking about our 3rd KO in a row here, y'all. Just wanted to quickly shout out how fire this card was starting out. But yeah, Sam Patterson, man, absolutely banger of a performance. He's an absolute dog, certified savage. And oh, Dow Tones live. It sounds like MMAnomaly is back. Let's go.
Yeah, I had to hit that with after Grimey's fucking comment. I was about to fire up the AIM chat room on the dial-up. Brother,
man.
It's insane. Growing up as a teenager in Louisiana, I had better internet options than I do in the most expensive area in California in the fucking continental U.S. It's insane to me. It's insane to me.
The world may never know. Maybe he needs Starlink or something.
Might be the move. Might be the move, bro. Might be the fucking move. But I digress. Look, I'm with you, bro. Sam Patterson looked really good. The counters were nice. He kept his hands a little bit low for my liking. I'll be completely honest with you. But I almost feel like it was the right thing to do in the end, because it was almost like a baiting tactic for him. He kept drawing Trey Waters in, keeping his hands low like that. And then as Trey would come in, he'd just fucking pop him out, bro. It was nasty work. It was nasty work from Sam Patterson. Speaking of nasty work, my guy. What up, S-Dogs? How we doing? What's good, motherfuckers? Brother, fantastic. What's good is, I mean, I hope that you're good. I hope that you're good after the week you've had. Hope to talk to you more about it in fine detail, learn a little bit more about those events. And also, I hope you're good to be on tomorrow so we can do a little Dana White's Contender Series live stream action. If Nano ends up making it home in time, maybe he'll jump on and join us as well. I can only hope. And man, always happy to see the dog in the chat.
Big Dog's here. Let's go. Go follow him if you aren't already, y'all. Go check him out. He's the man.
Let's go.
The man with the plan.
The man with the plan in fucking deed, folks. Speaking of the man with the plan, speaking of a man with a plan in the lightweight division. Oh, no. Sorry, we can't move on. We got to talk about Sam Patterson just a little bit longer. Nano, do you have a name on the tip of your tongue for Sam Patterson after such an impressive first-round TKO performance?
Oh, man. It's tough, right? It is really tough because it is an absolutely murder's row right now in this welterweight division. I have a hard time picking a name, but I don't know if it's too bullish to think that he's ready for a top 15er. Might be a bit rich for the blood, looking again at the people that are there, but do you have any names top of mind?
I do. I do not. No. Like, I'll be honest, like, it was a great performance, but Trey Waters does not bring the confidence that you need to play matchmaker, in my opinion. So with that, I say we move forward into a bout that definitely was all about game plan. Yet Harry Hardwick stepping in on short notice, 5 days, I believe, maybe 4, against Kaue TKO, as he says it himself. I did listen to this extensively on the Anik Florian podcast to make sure I was saying this correctly. So it is Kaue TKO, and I was definitely wrong on our prediction. So I apologize for leading you in the wrong direction as well, Nano. Now, Harry Hardwick, of course, stepping up on short notice to replace Faraz Sayam, who lost his grandma. Rest in peace. thoughts and prayers to you and your family for us. But Harry stepped up not only on 5 or 4 days notice, but he stepped up in a weight class. He typically fights at 145, and here we are at 155. And this is just a whole different ball game, a whole different echelon of here. My guy. The leg kicks were nasty. He just battered and bruised and beat up Harry's legs. And Houdini, no matter how magical Harry Houdini might be, he just could not escape the onslaught of leg kicks that were coming his way. Nano, what were your thoughts on this performance? Did anything surprise you? And do you have a name on the tip of your tongue?
Man, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen someone literally just get finished by leg kicks like that. It was absolutely impressive. I'm in shock still of just how dominant he was in that regard. But at the same time, you got to give Harry Hardwick some props for taking the fight. Like you said, on short notice, up a weight class, which, you know, for him, he's probably walking around maybe a little bit heavier than lightweight, you know, maybe in the 160s or whatever, rather. And then you have Mr. Fernandez over there on the other side, who's certainly much bigger, probably in the 170s, maybe even 180, did the whole full camp and cut to get down to 155. So that was pretty apparent just in terms of the size and then obviously the strength. But man, the leg kicks from Caio was absolutely impressive. In terms of an opponent that's next, man, I mean, this is another great division. So you could really throw any name out there and it can make sense. But I wonder if someone like a Michael the Menace Johnson might be a fun one to throw out there if he still wants to swing and bang. This is a guy that is looking to be violent and is, you know, very smart and showed a lot of tactics. But if not that, if that's a little too high, I mean, hey, Terrence McKinney, always looking to go out there, swing and bang. I don't know. And then other than that, I mean, I don't know if I go any higher than those names. But what about you, brother? Did he impress you enough to want to skyrocket him up any higher, or anyone else? Any other names that you had written down?
Yeah, man. I mean, you covered it pretty well. Like the guy is very impressive, and this performance specifically was very impressive. He just battered and bruised and beat the fuck out of his opponent's legs. I think the thing that makes the most sense is to just reschedule Faraz Zayam against him. Like, that was the fight that was supposed to happen. I'd like to see that fight. I think it'd be very competitive. And, I mean, it just makes a lot of sense, right? That. Like, it was scheduled for a reason. Yeah. I know his opponent just lost his grandma, but, like, respectfully, if it were me, I'd take the fight off. I'd go to the funeral, and then I'd want to fight within 3 to 6 weeks. And my significant other told me this. She's like, if it were you, would you want a long time off, or would you want to fight soon after? And I told her I'd want to fight soon after so I could take it out on somebody. You know, like, I just lost somebody. You can't take that out on anybody, but you got a rare opportunity, right? Like, this is what Superman would describe as fighting Doomsday, right? Like, he's always described it as, this is a rare opportunity. I feel like I constantly walk on a world full of cardboard, but you can take it, big man, and I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. And I'm going to feel good doing it. So that would be me, bro. I'd be taking it out on somebody. Sorry, it's you. S-Dog said, appreciate you boys, and thank you, dog. It's been a hell of a week. Looking forward to tomorrow. Let's go, brother. Sam Patterson versus Islam Dulatov is a banger. I like that. Fernandez versus Zellhuber.
Ooh, that's a fun one. That's a really good
That's shout. A banger, bro. That's a low-key banger right there. I'm not mad at that. I'd take that like or the rescheduling of Faraz Zayam. It depends on how long Faraz wants to take off for my liking. I'll be honest with you. With that, we move into the heavyweight division, folks. We had a bout between Marcin Tybura and Ante Delija, a.k.a. Hey there, Delija. What's it like in Paris City? He got a first-round knockout, and I felt really shitty. Yes, I did. Man. I got so scared my boxers had a skid. Oh, yes, they did. No, but real talk, folks, like, this was nasty work from Ante Delija. He rushed in and just started throwing bams. Like, if he was on an airplane, he would have gotten evicted for terrorism claims because all he was bringing was bombs to the table. The guy was nasty with it, bro. I felt bad for Marcin Tybura, who is a veteran and a legend of the game. But man, Ante Delija just proves that he is here to play and he is here to possibly stay. You got to give this guy a top 10 ranked opponent after this kind of win. And I have no notes. 10 out of 10, no notes. Yeah, I mean, this was just tough stuff. This was tough stuff. This might be my second shot that I pour up because man, this was impressive as all get out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, brother. I felt like it was an absolutely great performance. I mean, the way he came out and just bull rushed. Grimy thinks he's on the juice over here. I mean, he certainly was fighting as if he was juiced up, but not the steroid juice. Maybe like Bane's serum of some sort. He just was raged out, ran across the octagon, and
that dude was fucking Baja Blast today.
That's how it felt, man. I mean, he was just blasting off shots left and right, but they were fast, they were sharp, and they were high level. It's not like he was just going out there and it was like a street fight. I mean, I guess he did kind of make it that way, but it was really just a tactical and obviously a decision he made where maybe he knew something or just figured, hey, let's see if he can take my first storm. My thought too with these heavyweights is like, hey, if you don't knock him out here, you might burn yourself out. This Marcin Tybura guy, he's someone that typically can weather a storm and finds his way through that. Actually, in fact, he kind of gets better as the fight goes on. But yeah, Father Time, and again, how fast and hard he was throwing those shots. Ante Delija, I mean, we got somebody now. There's a newcomer in the UFC, but certainly big statement win right there over, again, like you said, a guy that's just an absolute legend, absolute OG, over 30 fights, 27-10 record. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. But in terms of what's next, I agree. I mean, why not a Waldo Salsa Boy Cortez Acosta coming off a loss? He's going to want to wipe that off. I mean, that's somebody that deserves a shot. Makes sense. Even a Sergey Polar Bear Spivak coming off 2 losses, still ranked pretty high. Makes sense for both of them. Or even Grimy. Ooh, okay. We might have a fight night main event here. Ante versus Black Beast. Derek Lewis. Hot balls.
That's not bad. Ante versus Black Beast is a shout.
Book it for sure.
I'm not mad at that, bro. Who else? I mean, who else makes sense? Jay Hilton? Razor Blades?
Ooh, that's pretty rich. That's pretty rich.
Jelton actually, sorry, he already has one against Alexander Volkov currently. Maybe Salsa Boy coming off the loss.
Yeah, I think Salsa Boy. I think that's the move.
Delija versus Waldo Cortez Acosta could be a banger of a fight.
Couldn't agree more, Cotton. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I mean, anybody he fights, it's going to be a banger, I think. Let's just call it.
That's facts. He entered the chat. Like, I mean, he came in with guns a-blazing, and he's now somebody. So, can't wait to see what's next. But certainly think it's also, boy, someone in the top 10. Absolutely. No doubt. And
going into the next fight, somebody who got me almost as many points as Rinat Fakhretdinov got you in the fantasy league. Oumar Sy in the light heavyweight division coming in against Bryczek KOs, one of the funnest names to say in all of UFC. I mean, if you weren't betting on Oumar Sy, you weren't paying attention, folks. The guy has dynamite sticks in both hands. Oh, man, it was nasty work. I said I was going to pour up a shot for that last one, so I'll pour it up for this one while Nano does his breakdown. But fucking hell, I'll keep it short and sweet because Oumar Sy is a problem when he's on the feet, folks. The guy is just nasty work. Again, like the way in which he throws, he swings shots at you as if you stole his little sister's bicycle, bro. Like, he's trying to hurt you. He's not trying to knock you out. And he got it done from mount. I mean, just he was hurting him on the feet before that happened. So this guy, he's a problem, bro. He's a problem that I am here to witness. I am here to watch. And I'm looking forward to the rise, bro. What were your thoughts on his kind of showcase performance over Bryczek KOs?
Yeah, it was exactly that, my brother. It was a great showcasing of his skills, his strength, his dominance, and even just his confidence, his ability to go out there and really own the octagon. And you saw it in the walk-up, too. I want to quickly shout out the fans, man. That atmosphere out there in France, I mean, the wife and I were talking about doing some romantic stuff out there. maybe I'll try to work in the UFC card. If
brother, I seriously was thinking the same thing. Like if I ever go, I'm going to try and schedule it around a UFC event as well, because that's top 3 crowds.
Yeah,
like they're up there with like Rio de Janeiro.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick too. I mean, and it seems like it's a one-of-one place, but that crowd was absolutely rowdy. They were up off their chairs yelling, and Oumar Sy with the hometown crowd, right? He's a Frenchman as well, so I think all of that considered, love what I saw. And Brennison is an absolute dog as well. Like he is a legitimate contender, though he doesn't have the best track record, and I think we kind of saw it in this fight as well. Oumar is just too big, too strong, and once you kind of get momentum, especially in this light heavyweight division, it's really hard to come back. It's hard to recover from some of these big shots, especially once you start getting some of the ground and pound, everything else. But again, this guy can do it all. I mean, 2 out of 4 takedowns, efficient, 21 strikes, 17 significant, but really they all were. I mean, I think he's ready for a top 15er, right? I mean, I don't know what else you do with the kid, but he is certainly making a name for himself. And what else do you do, right? I think you give him the nod. I know he did lose a tough split decision to an Alonzo Menafield, but maybe and I know this guy just won, so I hate to do it, but do you think a Johnny Walker can be a fun stylistic matchup? Or is that too rich for your blood? What do you feel is next for Oumar Sy, the badass Frenchman?
And man. What should be next for Oumar Sy? I'll be honest. You might say I'm one of those guys, right? That just wants to see the world burn.
Oh boy.
Like this fight recommendation, it's like handing a loaded gun to a small child. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to make headlines. Zhang Mingyang, the Mountain Tiger, versus Oumar Sy. Somebody's getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a fun one. That's a fun one.
You said Johnny Walker. I'm saying the guy that beat him. Or sorry, the guy that got beat by him. Like the guy had before that fight. How many fights did he have before that fight? Let me track here. He had 19 wins before that fight and 19 finishes before that fight. That's a crazy stat, dog.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Crazy stat. Going back to crazy stats, I don't know how I forgot to mention this. I'm sad. I asked Alexa to give me a reminder on this after I researched it, and then she gave me the reminder, and it didn't pop up on my phone. Asshole. Just asshole. But I digress. I remember it because I asked her to tell me it. That's the only reason I remember the stat. That was the 19th leg kick finish in UFC history. The Harry Houdini leg kick finish.
Oh, wow.
And no. Folks in the chat, that was the first and only time a UFC fighter has been wheeled out of the octagon in a wheelchair. Shout out Harry Houdini.
Sheesh.
A man of firsts.
Sheesh.
Brother. And with that, I've got it poured up. Cheers, folks. Cheers to you. Cheers to us. Cheers to all the fuss and the muss. And cheers to a fight card in which we only had 2 decisions and the rest finishes. Let's go.
Salute. Is that a new record? That's a lot. That's a lot, y'all.
Did it beat UFC New Orleans the first time? Because the first UFC New Orleans card had a 90% finish ratio, if memory serves me correct.
Depends if they had every fight or not, but if that was, full 15 or 14, then oof.
I'm gonna.
This is a lot, though. I mean, even the statistics or percentage for this one, you say 12 out of 10 or 10 out of 12, rather. So far, every single one.
10 out of 12. Yeah. Let's see. It was
so far every single one. This one that won't be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the prelims. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 main card. So 13 total.
Okay.
So that's 11 out of 13 is an 84% finish ratio. So that's under UFC New Orleans 1.
Okay. Second, well, I mean, it's up there. It's in rival. That is
actually. Hold on, is this correct? I need to fact check this before I say this out loud. One sec, folks. UFC.
Uh-oh.
There's no way this is a real stat by Grok right now. If it is, I feel like a bad fight fan for not knowing this before asking Grok. Shogun versus Henderson.
Uh-oh.
Finish. Okay, so that's incorrect already. Finish. No, okay, yeah, incorrect. All right, Grok, you let me down, you piece of shit.
Oh, no.
Grok said the fight card with the highest percentage is UFC Fight Night Shogun versus Henderson 2 on March 23rd, 2014. Is this the right card? Yeah, March 23rd, 2014. With all 11 fights ending in finishes, which is not true. The third before last fight ended in a decision. It was a draw. And then two fights before that both ended in draws as well. So,
what the hell?
I'm going with the old noggin. Apparently, I'm smarter than AI, folks. That's an award I did not see coming tonight.
Nice.
But I'll give it to myself. UFC New Orleans 1 had a 90% finish ratio. I mean,
Can't beat that.
Can't beat it. I think it was actually a little bit higher than 90. I think it was 10 out of 12.
Oh, shit.
Which is what? 92? No. Oh, no. Actually, no. That's only 83. Oh, hold on. Did this actually beat it? Hold on. Now I'm second myself.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now you're spiraling. I might be right.
If I swear to God, if you just got this, no chance.
It felt like a lot, dude. I mean, this was pretty legendary.
All right, submission. TKO, KO, submission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck! Okay, I knew the number stack. I just got the percentages wrong. I knew it was 10 out of 12. Fuck! It's higher by 1.2%.
Every point counts, baby.
Oh my God.
Hello.
All right. I feel like that meme, that gif from The Office, the Brian Novak's, the guy that helped write The Office, where he's like writing in his notebook. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll have to fucking reference that. Ain't you guys on West time? Nano yawning and shit. It's 12 a.m. here.
Okay, yes, it is. And you know what? I wake up early. Grammy, okay? 12 a.m. Oh, man. Oh, is it okay, yeah, fair.
Hey, I was awake at 6. I was also in bed until 8.
I was up at 5, which I guess for Grammy would still only be
terrible.
8 o'clock, but I know, man. It's tough.
Doesn't feel good.
I know. It was a long weekend as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Nothing about being up at 5 sounds nice to me. I'll be honest with you. What does sound nice to me are all the matchups that you made. I'm just going to agree with you on the Oumar Sy ones. I didn't have any names written down for them, so I think you're on the right track, man. And it's time to get into the main card, folks. Come on. Someone ranks. Gotta be the right fucking tree to climb. Speaking of trees to climb, my goodness, bro. William Gomis starting off the main card in the feather division against Robert Ruchala. Man, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think Ruchala was going to come in here and present as much problems as he did, but this was a fight. Nano, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a fun back and forth bout here. It was the first decision of the night, which is crazy to say out loud. Definitely kept your entertainment, though, in terms of the type of situations we saw, the striking. Both guys were smart at times, but it really just felt like William Gomis was the leader of the dance here. He did a really good job keeping his opponent at bay. Edged out the first round, in my opinion, even though Robert did get the takedown, which I guess you can give him the nod there. But then the second round, he did land another takedown, but it was even on the strikes, which, I mean, I guess, you can definitely make a case for Gomis there as well. The eyeball test made me feel like it was Gomis that won that round, was gaining his momentum, and then he really solidified it in that third round. So started to kind of get settled in and, found his marks, landed a couple takedowns of his own, But overall, man, I mean, it was a masterclass performance here by William Gomis. But Robert Ruchala, in my opinion, he earned some credit, man. I mean, I'll have to give it where it's due. He showcased well. I mean, I think probably stunned some people, or it's easy to write off newcomers in the UFC. But I think we got another guy on the roster here that definitely will pose some threats in the future. May not be a future champ, but definitely was a fun fight. It was back and forth, high level. But William Gomis, man, the Black Panther's the man, right? I mean, he's just somebody that's doing all the right things, trending in the right direction. In terms of what's next, I mean, dude, there's so many fun names in this division. Like, he's currently ranked 25th. I think you do give him the nod. You give him somebody in the top 25, which is literally anyone ahead of him. So kind of took a cop out there. But Amelki's 24. Jose Delgado, 10-1 record. The Korean Superboy. I mean, I'm just rattling off names, but all of those make so much sense and could be super fun. Is there anyone that is top of mind for you? If I had to just pick one name, man, I feel like Melky would be actually a really, really fun one. What about you, brother? What else do you think is next for the Jaguar here? And how did you feel about his performance?
Yeah, I thought his performance was nice. His nickname is the Jaguar, not the Black Panther. But
I'm realizing that now. Oh, no.
technically, all Panthers are a part of the genome of Jaguar. So you're not wrong.
Yep.
Technically, on a technical standpoint. I got you, bro. I got you.
Thank you. Sorry.
The Black Jaguar or the Black Panther is actually my favorite animal in the animal kingdom due to its efficiency of predatory habits.
Nice.
I'm a huge animal nerd, bro.
They're efficient. I'm curious to know what that means, but I mean, they're smart animals.
So fun fact, when a Black Panther hunts, unlike the lion, it's a far more deadly predator because it doesn't actually think illogically that it's like the king of the jungle or so like an apex predator. It thinks that it's fragile. So if it is a gazelle, it will leap, it'll hide in bushes, wait for the gazelle to run past, and then it'll leap over it, and it'll bite into the jugular as it's leaping over it, and then roll into the next bush, right? If it is another apex predator, if it's like a lion herd running past and they're trying to take those out, they do a two-step kill, which is they leap over it from the bushes, they bite into the jugular, they reach around the head front with their claws, grab into it, and then snap the neck as well. And then they also roll into the bushes, and they typically wait a little bit longer if it's another predatory animal, so that way they bait until it dies and bleeds out, or that it doesn't move and goes limp. Yeah, they're. I'm sorry, I'm a total nerd when it comes to that stuff.
That's sick. I mean, that is next level. Legendary. That is legendary, honestly.
Yes, it is. I anytime somebody like tries to say that a lion is their favorite animal, I'm like, but why? And then I bring forth so many different like predatory traits of the jaguar, and I'm like, it's really like the lion's not that strong. So like a Tasmanian devil has, I think, 13 times the bite force of a lion, and it looks like a little cuddly teddy bear. So there's that.
Wow, I did not know that.
Jaguars are my favorite though. Let's go, dude. No such thing as panthers, they say. Jaguar. See, that's it. The panther is just another word for a jaguar. It's another genome, right? What's up, boys? I've been slipping. What's up, WMC? You ain't been slipping, bro. We're happy to see you here. Mixed maniac animals, MMA. Let's go.
I like it.
They're still Florida Panthers, protected and rarely seen. Let's go. They're the Florida Panthers are like tan, right? It's like a different genome set, if I remember correctly. Tell me about him, Lane. Nano, speaking of telling me about him, when it comes to William Gomis, like we knew he was going to win this. I do have names on the tip of my tongue. You asked me that. I have two. They're both coming off losses. I want to see him fight somebody like I don't know, man. Andreas Bane Gustafsson. I think that's a fun bout, right? Same trajectory, just coming off a loss on the same card. And also a guy coming off a loss just a couple weeks ago. Talking about a Carlos the Lion Leal. You thought I was going into that whole bit for no reason. Didn't you? Jaguar versus Lion for the bout of the King of the Jungle. Folks in the chat. And Nano, what do you say?
Sheesh. If it makes dollars, it makes sense to me, man. That's a fun one. Absolutely. Stylistically, you know, I'm a sucker for the names. I was trying to make that reach earlier, but this is a good one for sure. I like it.
Let's go. Speaking of a good one, we go from a good one to a bad one, folks. It was a good stoppage, rather a decision, a good decision, to a bad stoppage, right? We had a welterweight bout between Axel Sola and Rhys McKee. And a lot of people wanted to see Rhys McKee get back on the bike and get back in the win column, and it just didn't happen, right? It was an early stoppage and a bad stoppage. By we, I mean me, on the Underdogs app. I had the decision on a couple of parlays. Didn't pan out. Man, it should have, though. Rhys McKee was still in that fight. He ate a takedown after a couple of successive shots and then eats 2 to 3 more successive shots, and the ref stops it. I don't understand why the ref stopped it. One of the worst stoppages I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years, and I had Axel Sosa on my card for the Underdogs competition. So it's not like the wrong guy won. It's just a weird stoppage. No, what were your thoughts on this one as it was happening in real time?
Yeah. I mean, well, in real time, I thought it was an absolutely fun fight. I felt like Rhys McKee, even though he doesn't always win his fights, he's definitely someone that brings it. He was walking forward. He was zombie-like. And we saw some great strikes. And Axel Sola is legit. I mean, this guy came up to welterweight on a few days' notice. He's typically fights at lightweight, which is crazy to say out loud because this is a big boy. He looked just as big and every bit of the size of a typical welterweight, which obviously, I mean, it's like, he weighed in at welterweight, but it's like he didn't look small. They were talking about it a little bit there as, you know, he was starting to really land and hit Rhys with some good shots, but Rhys was not going anywhere, which again, just more of a testament to Rhys's skills and his, chin, let's just call it what it is. I think that's obviously the other big takeaway here, but man, Axel looked absolutely good, got it done. To your point, the stoppage itself, it was obviously premature. And when you do see it from the two different angles, you aren't able to see that he was still trying to get that wrist control underneath where, you know, I think it did show one angle and it was where, I don't know if it was Goddard or whoever was reffing. He didn't see, all he saw was just, you know, Rhys drop from a killer body shot, which again, perfectly timed, like well executed. This late in the fight, you see the opponent drop, and then instead of trying to get back up or do anything, he just kind of blocks his face, and it just looked really bad. It was a bang play. I think he should have allowed Rhys to go on and shield a little bit more, you know, in that sense, because now everyone's talking about it being a little bit of a premature or potential robbery, right? But Axel's winning. He's probably gonna get the decision win. Just looks a little bit better on paper, saying he got another TKO win. But yeah, Rhys earned my respect. I think he's someone that is durable as all get out and will continue to get fights booked in the UFC. And Axel, I mean, man, I don't even know. It's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that he's a lightweight. I don't really have any names necessarily, but certainly ready for at least a top 30, maybe top 25er, I would say. It is a stacked division, but I'd love to see him match up with anyone. Based on that performance, beating a true welterweight, I mean, shit. Like, if you throw him in against anyone, I'm gonna watch it. How do you feel, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he looked really good, man. And as far as names, I mean, Chase Hooper, I think, matches up really well against him.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good shout.
Coming off a loss, and I think you wanna give both these guys a winnable fight, right? Like, him and Chase match up, I think, very well against each other. That's the name I have. Chase Hooper.
I like it. He's ranked 31, so right in the neck of the woods. Book it.
Right in the neck of the woods, baby. So with that, we move into a lightweight bout between Balaji Oki and Mason Jones. I had Balaji Oki in the Underdogs competition. I thought he'd be able to get it done. Actually, no, I had Jones. No, I switched at the last minute. But I still thought Oki would be able to get it done. He looked like he was in the first round. There there were moments where that fight looked like it was going to be stopped, but Mason Jones's game, and he battled through the attrition, made it to the second round, and Oki had gassed himself out quite a bit. Mason Jones steamrolled ahead in that second round, and that's all she wrote. Nano, I mean, what were your thoughts walking away from this one?
It was a fun one, man. It was a fun one. I was actually talking to one of my buddies as it was going on. He bet on Mason Jones to win. I told him that's a pretty safe bet. I liked what I saw from Mason on paper. I liked the pedigree he was coming in with, though we haven't seen a lot of him in the UFC. Again, his only big win was against Jeremy Stevens, but the odds were there. The style made sense, and he really proved it in the first round. It almost felt like the game tonight with JJ McCarthy. Young guy. He got hit in the mouth. He got stunned a little bit, but he bounced back like only a true freaking warrior would be able to bounce back, because not only did he recover just mentally, physically, be able to regain his consciousness enough to know what's going on and to get back into his game plan and then go out there and execute on that game plan, take your opponent down, have some really crafty takedowns, if I'm being honest. I mean, the whips, the throwing him down, like, I don't know, it's like that kind of judo style, but it was absolutely incredible to watch. And Mason is a real deal. I do think Borralho did kind of gas out a little bit. I think it's kind of a little bit of maybe mismanagement on his end, but no, Mason's legit, man. He showed out, and again, this division is so stacked, man. I mean, I think you could throw him in with anyone in the top 50. I mean, I'm gonna say, wow, that's a fun matchup. It makes sense. I don't know how high you really want to throw him, and I know you typically don't like to do the the Icarus effect, throwing him in there with another young gun. So yeah, maybe a Drakkar Close or someone like that. Maybe a Drew Dober, Red Rover. Oh, actually, no. Drew Dober's got a fight scheduled. I take that back.
Yeah, I like the Drakkar Close shout. I do.
Move somewhere in that range.
I think that or King Bobby Green if he's not retired.
Oh, that'd be a fun one.
I mean, both guys are going to come out and be down to throw. I think that's a fun fight. Speaking of fun fights, man, oh man, Modestas Bukauskas, light heavyweight, coming in against Paul Craig. Nano, what were your thoughts?
Oh, brother, this was an absolute banger of a fight, at least for as long as it lasted. I just was impressed with Modestas, man. He looked absolutely incredible in there. Dude was shredded to the gills. And Paul Craig, in typical Paul Craig fashion, was able to go out and do enough to look competitive. Like, he did have some moments where you thought, okay, like he might be able to get somewhere. And then he, gets on, throws up the submission pretty late. I don't want to say half-assed, but it felt kind of desperate in some ways. And Modestas was all over him. He was able to stuff some of the takedowns earlier, look good on the feet, and just was able to get on top of Paul Craig, not really worried about the submission threat. I think he kind of got a good sense of how strong he was, and maybe he just looked him in the eye and knew something was, not there, right? He didn't have that dog in him anymore, because Paul Craig did end up retiring after this loss. It was a tough one to see. Always be a big fan of Paul Craig and the energy he'd bring in there, but I think you definitely could tell it just wasn't there, just based on obviously the ending of it. I mean, though he is still talented as all get, it's been a good career for Paul Craig, man. Definitely a good OG, triple OG. However, it's a young man's game, and the younger, better man in Modestas Bukauskas, who, again, another guy, in my opinion, could potentially be ready for a top 15er. Maybe that's a little too rich. Maybe he needs to go out there and beat one more person. I mean, he did fight at Khalil Roundtree. He lost. It was a brutal finish. So he's been in there with the top of the top. I don't know how high Dana White's looking at him based on that kind of performance. So he did obviously get it done. I don't know, man. Do you think that someone like a Bogdan? I did see that name thrown out there earlier. That might be a fun matchup stylistically, or even a.
I think Jamal Hill.
Oh, you're throwing okay.
I think Jamal Hill or Volkan Ozdemir.
Oh, Ozdemir too. That'd be a fun one.
I like both those fights, man. I mean, it was a great performance for him. He made Paul Craig look like he did not belong in there, bro.
That's true.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff, man. He was landing the bigger, stronger shots, 22-6 on significant shots here. and he gets it done in just one round. I mean, buzzer beater finish at the end of the first round. So give me Modestas Bukauskas in the top 10, folks. I need to see it. And speaking of things I need to see, man, I need to see Mauricio Hoofy get back in there because that was a tough bout. We had a lightweight co-main event, folks, between Benoit Saint-Denis, Benny Saint-Denis, coming in against Mauricio Hoofy. And I thought Hoofy was going to go out here and get it done. I thought he was going to have the shot selection. I thought he'd be able to walk through the shots of Benoit Saint-Denis, but he, I digress, just was not. Benoit put it on him. Something fierce. 3 for 10 on takedowns. The takedown onslaught was there from the start. The worst thing about this is he won via neck crank, technically, but he did not crank the neck at all. He got his grip around the jawline and just squeezed. And I mean, it was enough. It was enough. But man, tough to see Hoofy go out like that, and tough to get. I mean, just as well got no fucking fantasy points. They got fucking 4 fantasy points for that guy. So tough night for Hoofy, tough night for me, and man. I mean, WMC said that's a face crack. No, I mean that's a face crack, not crank. For damn sure. Nano, what are your thoughts on this performance, man?
A little bit of both. Man, I was shocked. I mean, I'll just call it what it was. I was absolutely shocked. I felt like we could have potentially bet the house on these freaking fighting nerds, man. That's how much I was buying the hype. I just thought stylistically Mauricio was going to have enough. And though I do still love his style, like everything about Mauricio Hoofy, I do like. He showed some great things, but early and often, like you said, it was a clash of styles, and the grappling and the wrestling and just the pressure, the fearlessness that BSD had in this fight. It was vintage. It was his best night, and you know, maybe you could say he caught Mauricio on one of his worst nights. I don't necessarily look at it that way. I think, like I just said, styles make fights, and sometimes you have a certain style that can really neutralize your opponent. And he looked good at moments. Again, like I just like his willingness to seek an opportunity and or go create one, even if it's just something in short range, or you know, he's trying to take you down. He's crafty. Like I love everything I saw there, but freaking BSD, man, just an absolute dog. I mean, this was something, again, unprecedented. I think makes Dustin Poirier look like that much more of a savage going out there and, you know, doing what he did to him. But Mauricio's got some lumps and some lessons to learn. And I think if he does want to truly break out and be a one of the top fighters, he's got to really develop that grappling game. Really has to get to a point where he could potentially even get his own takedowns and then just rely on his viciousness to get rid of his opponents from that point. But yeah, in terms of what's next for BSD, I mean, honestly, I want to just say whatever the hell he wants. You know, you do something like that, you might as well just be ready. But there's a lot of fun names. I just don't think, well, okay, because Mauricio is 15th, which maybe that's not going to update yet.
Dan Hooker.
Dan, huh? Hooker? Ooh, that's a good one, my brother. That's a banger. Shit, it can happen, actually. Is he going to fight Armand? Was that rumored, or is that really?
It's rumored.
Okay, well, if that doesn't happen, then BSD will answer the bell.
Nothing official. WMC said, I'm a pour out a Capri Sun in Sterling's absence. Rob Rex said, it's the boys. Am I going to see you boys this weekend for Noche, Texas, baby? I'm actually driving up to Bay Area to watch that fight with the boys. Need BSD versus Chris Duncan. I'm not mad at that either. I am definitely not mad at that. I was the only person in here for like an hour. I take a shower and look who shows up. LOL. Let's go, grab it.
LOL.
And with that, folks, we move into the main event of the evening.
It's time
for France's own Nassourdine Imavov coming in against Caio Borralho. Oh, I'm going to make it quick. I'm going to make it short. I'm going to make it sweet. No, look, I called it last week. I thought Nassourdine was going to come out here and just present too much with the takedowns, with the grappling, but he didn't even need it. He just brought it on the feet, didn't he? Caio should not have cut weight twice in 3 weeks. It was a mistake. And I mean, dude, Grimy said it best. Imavov, money signs. Come on. We hit on that. Cheers to you guys if you did as well. I know you did, Grimy. Boom. Let's go. No. Let's hear the breakdown.
Man, I mean, this was an absolute fun one. I was super excited going into this. A lot of hype. Really hard to know who was going to have the advantage. I just thought Caio was going to be able to establish himself in some way. But before I get into the actual fight itself, I agree. I think the weight cut and then seeing Sean Strickland talking about it and the fact that he lost 4 weeks of training during a camp to do that, definitely not worth it. I did not necessarily think of it that way. If you recall what I mentioned, I said I love the mentality it shows. I love someone that says, hey, I'm ready. You never know. And I want that opportunity. I mean, it's the opportunity of a lifetime, right? How are you going to deny the potential chance to fight for the gold? But did I think about it where you're not like sparring or doing a lot of that, or it's during a time of the camp where it's hopefully to at least impact you, or if it is most impactful, then it's like, hey, what? I don't know. All to say, like, it just is a bummer. I think that did definitely bite him in the butt a little bit. He even mentioned being a little flat or not feeling like that adrenaline rush. I don't know how much of that is just from his body being so fatigued. But Nassourdine, man, is an absolute stud. I think the thing that stood out to me was his speed. And it is like his defense as well as slick. Like he was just completely doing the matrix, dipping backwards. Always had good hand discipline. Just knows his distance management, I guess. It was so clean, so precise. Allows him to stay in and out of range. I mean, he's applying pressure. And yeah, Caio just really didn't have an answer for it, man. Dude's an absolute stud. That being Nassourdine Imavov, I mean, just absolute stud, certified. Freaking, I mean, he's like a boogeyman in the division right now. I don't know what else he has to do, but that obviously stamps his fight with Khamzat, I guess, right? Later this year. Is that what it looks like? Against my boy?
I don't know, man. I don't know that he gets the Khamzat fight after a decision win like that in Paris. I think he, for me, I'm going to switch the music up because why not? Or some different Paris style music here. I think he either fights Dricus du Plessis or he fights the loser of DDP versus Fluffy.
Oh yeah, Fluffy's still out there. Even our boy
And
BA.
then the winner of Fluffy versus DDP fights Khamzat next.
Yeah.
That fight's next month.
Oh shit! So yeah, man, next month already.
What's up, Halftime? How you doing, brother?
Hello.
Oh man, Western Mass said so many interesting matches possible. But who beats Khamzat?
I don't think anyone does yet, unless he tries to go up to 185. Then it's definitely a different story. But in 170, slim pickings, my man. I'm a believer. I'm sipping the Kool-Aid.
Grimy said, or you give Imavov the winner of RDR fight. I think you give him the loser, and then you give the winner the title shot.
That can make sense.
That's mine. That's my 2 cents on it, folks. Look, that's it. That's the show. Them's the breaks. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We hope you all cashed in on your bets. And look, if you've been here for the last hour and 20 minutes, we really, really appreciate you. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications, folks. And let me tell you, we have a stacked prediction show for you this week, folks. I cannot wait to break down UFC Noche with yours truly. And listen, whether you agree with us all night long, or you disagree with us all night long, or you just laughed the entire time you were here, we appreciate you. All that we really care about is that you do these last 2 things. I said it before, I'll say it again until I'm blue in the face. We ask that you keep on growing, and we ask that you keep on going, folks. And we really hope we see you next time. Let's go.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.